Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Dark Glitter Sessions. I'm your host, Jaime Bennett. This is a very, very special episode. I guess I should change the intro on the Dark Glitter Sessions. I'm revamping the intros and outros to my other shows, and I need to revamp the intro for this show. Don't mind the hair. I've been doing artwork today. That's what I do, other than go to concerts and host shows like this. So I need to revamp the intro on this. This originally started as a metal music show, and I think that I would like to get into, um, you know, other forms of music. I know that I have my other show, The Jam Session Goes Underground, and basically what that show is geared toward is interviews with musicians and on location with musicians, as well as artists, poets, creatives of any sort and type. So that's basically what The Jam Session Goes Underground is about. Um, this show was originally geared toward metal music and the metal music genre, but I think that I'm going to make this show not only metal music and music that, maybe you all have not heard of, or, show my appreciation for those bands and give a little bit of history about those bands. So it's not going to be just metal music, it's going to be, rock legends, it's going to be the history of, musicians and artists, and true, I have showed, on location so far, because I've had the honor of getting to go to some concerts recently. So that's why this show originally started, so that I could review the Trinity of Terror Tour Part 3 for you all. But it's not just going to be that. I'm going to be reviewing all sorts of musicians, not just metal musicians, also rock legends and other types of music in the music industry. So this show is geared more toward concert reviews, the history of music, as well as I'm going to throw some artists in there. If I ever get the honor and privilege of getting to see a Banksy exhibit or anything along those lines, I will give a review on the exhibit and I will tell you history about that artist. So I do need to change the intro to the show and make it more applicable to what it's about. So, without further ado, I've talked enough. This episode is very, very, very special because it is about the legendary Billy Idol. Me and my husband had the honor of going to see Billy Idol recently on April 26th at the Coca-Cola Roxy in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, and his opener was the amazing Kelsey Carter. Oh my gosh, I love Kelsey Carter and Billy Idol, and those two touring together is just so powerful. It was an amazing experience. I absolutely enjoyed every second of it. My husband had a good time. I got the tickets for him originally for Valentine's Day. So I know I'm saying a lot. I'm just so excited about this episode. I love Billy Idol and I love Kelsey Carter. So let's get into it. We went on April 26th, like I said, and to my understanding, I don't think that they really had any VIP tickets, like meet and greet tickets. They may have, but there's no way that I could have afforded those tickets because, as it is, this particular concert cost enough money. And let's face it, I only have a part-time job and I'm not made of money. I don't get paid for doing these shows. I do these shows because I'm very passionate about music. I'm very passionate about the history of music, and I love doing this, and I love bringing this information to you all. So we did get a fast pass for Billy Idol, and what that means is you get to go in before like the general public. It was so funny is we got there super early because I wanted to try my very best to get me and my husband front row center. And I knew that would probably be dang near impossible. So I forgot to tell you all, viewer discretion is advised on this episode, but I don't think I'm going to be cussing too much. So it's probably okay for your little ones to watch this episode. It's not a huge deal. So yeah, what was funny is we were in the general admission line, and we were confused. Like everybody in line, there were people that were ahead of us. There was probably like maybe 5 people ahead of us or 4 people ahead of us, and they had been waiting there for like a couple more hours longer than we had. We got there at like 4:30, and the concert didn't start until 8. So yeah, we got there super early because I wanted to make sure to get me and my husband front row center, because I know that we were practically front row center for the Trinity of Terror tour, and my husband went to that concert for me because he knows how much I love Motionless in White. So I know how much he loves Billy Idol, so I wanted to make sure to try to get front row center. I wasn't focused on taking video of this concert. I wasn't focused on taking a whole lot of photos of this concert. I did try for a press pass, but it is very difficult unless you go to the university there or you're at an established magazine or news station in the area. It's very difficult for like newcomers to get a press pass. I'm hoping to break that barrier someday with Live Nation, because they're the ones that throw on a lot of the concerts in the area, and it's my goal to become a concert photographer because I really love taking photos of musicians, and I really love taking photos of them because they're in their element, and you can see the pure passion on their face, and I love getting photos of that experience, not just for me, but for the audience, for people who really respect and appreciate these artists. I want them to see through photographs how passionate these artists are about their artistry. So yeah, I wasn't too focused on getting a whole lot of photos. I didn't think that me and my husband would even get front row center, so that was an amazing experience. But let me tell you, we got there at 4:30. Gates, doors, whatever you want to say, opened at like, I think they opened at 7:30. We had the fast pass, but pretty much everybody in line had the fast pass. That's the funny part, because we were confused as to where to stand in line because they had these barriers, and the barriers were put up all funky so we didn't know where to stand. And the lady in front of us asked, and so we were standing in the general public line, and we all moved over. Everybody in the general line, except for one guy, moved over to the fast pass line. So me and my husband were probably about the sixth and seventh person in line, which is incredible, especially for a Billy Idol concert. The Billy Idol concert obviously was sold out. So yeah, it's incredible that we got to be there. It's incredible that we were that close in line. Of course, there were the EP lounge. There was one VIP group ahead of us because they had the EP lounge, and a lot of them had designated seats. So they wouldn't be on the floor. They had designated, actual seats up in the balconies. What the EP VIP lounge is you basically can go in there and get food. You can get drinks. and you'd watch the concert on the TV screen. I like being in the general admission. I like being in the floor, um, on the floor, standing room only, because then you can get right up to the stage and you can capture wonderful moments on your camera. Yeah, I didn't have a professional camera with me. I had my phone camera because unless you have a press pass, you're not allowed to have professional equipment in there. So all the photos that I took were taken with a phone camera, and sometimes it's very difficult to get clear images on my phone camera because of the lights that they have, the spotlights that they have on stage. It's really, really hard. Sound quality sometimes is not great on the phone camera. I would really, really love, getting a press pass one of these days and being able to take photos of these concerts with a professional camera. That would be incredible. But we got in the fast pass line and we got in there, and me and my husband had a plan. We had a plan. So I was to go into the venue and get front row center, and I did. There was only one person in front of me. It was a guy and his son. His son was in front of me, like his teenage son. So we were practically up to the stage. It was incredible. And my husband went and got, of course, we had to have our goodies, right? We had to have souvenirs. And I want a Kelsey Carter shirt, I want a Kelsey Carter vinyl, and I want a Billy Idol t-shirt. I'm not wearing the Billy Idol t-shirt because I figured that it's easier for me to just show you. Look in that incredible print. That's so awesome. So awesome. Like, it was a wonderful night. They had a Steve Stevens shirt as well that I wanted to get, but didn't have enough money because if you've ever been to a concert recently, the shirts cost quite a bit a piece. So I had to save and save and save every bit of money that I could for this concert because it was pretty expensive. But well worth it. Well worth it. So, like I say, we were up front, center. Um, Absolutely enjoyed every second of it. Kelsey Carter came on first, and I'll be talking about her next time on the Dark Glitter Sessions. So don't worry, I will be talking about her. I love her. She's an incredible musician, and I'm just so happy that she got to go on tour with Billy Idol. I mean, that's awesome. That makes me so happy for her. She's very, very deserving of it. So the thing that they told us when we got in there, some artists do not like to be videotaped. They do not like to have their photo taken, and I can't really blame them. I don't blame them, and I respect their wishes. So security did tell us when we got in there that Billy Idol does not like people to continuously film him. So I'm not going to show any video clips out of respect for Billy Idol and his band. I didn't get a huge amount of video clips, anyways, and I didn't get a bunch of photos. I do have a really awesome video clip of Steve Stevens, but out of respect for Billy Idol and his band, I'm not going to be showing any of the clips. I'm really, really sorry. I know that you probably all were looking very forward to that, but I want to respect Billy Idol and his band, so I'm not going to be showing any live music clips. But I do have some photos, so don't worry. I do have some photos, so you'll get to see some photos. And like I said, some of these might be a little bit blurry because it was really hard to get some of these photos because of the lighting, and I didn't have a professional camera. My phone's not the greatest, but I'm just happy that I got to be there. It was a really, really wonderful experience. Steve Stevens is one of my favorite guitarists, an incredibly talented human being. Of course, I love Billy Idol. I love his whole band. They're incredibly talented. And I'm sorry that I don't know all the band members' names, but they are incredibly talented. And I am going to be telling you a little bit of history about Billy Idol as well as Steve Stevens, because that's the two that I am focusing on. But like I said, his whole band is incredibly talented. They are an amazing band, and Billy Idol is just, he's awesome. He is a very extremely nice person. He told stories in between his songs, and we were right there, like right there. Could practically reach out and touch Billy Idol. That's how close we were, and it was incredible. It was incredible. So we got in there, and Kelsey Carter was first, and she's an incredible human being, amazingly talented, and you can just see me beaming talking about her because I just adore her and Billy Idol, and I'm just so happy that they got to go on tour together. That's awesome. So she opened for Billy Idol. She did an incredible job, and I'll talk more about her next time on the Dark Glitter sessions. But of course, Billy Idol did an amazing job. And what Steve Stevens did is, like, during like the little intermissions, I guess you would say, during the little breaks, when Billy Idol was getting a drink of water or changing his shirt or whatever, Steve Stevens would come out there and play guitar solos, and just completely entertaining. It was an awesome experience. And of course, Billy Idol did sing White Wedding. He saved the best for last. He also sung Rebel Yell, and he sung, just any of his music is awesome. Any of it is awesome. So, did not disappoint. An incredible concert. It's just completely incredible. Billy Idol is a showman. He knows how to entertain the crowd. And what I love about Billy Idol is I would catch him looking out at the crowd and smiling from ear to ear just because he was so happy to see crowd members, audience members dancing to his music and smiling and having a good time. He had talked about his grandchildren. He gave little stories in between his music, and he's a very super, super, super nice human being and so talented, so talented. I've gained so much more respect seeing Billy Idol in concert. It was incredible. It was incredible. If any of you all ever get a chance to see Billy Idol in concert live, please do so. Please do so. You will not regret it. It is an incredible experience, and it's one that I will never forget. So here we're going to go into some Billy Idol history, and then I will tell you a little bit more about my experience and my husband's experience at the concert. So, of course, I'm getting this from wikipedia.org, my favorite place to look up things. Okay. Billy Idol. And there is another Billy Idol. And it says in there, not to be confused with Billy Idol. And it's got a different spelling. But we know which Billy Idol we're talking about here. William Michael Albert Broad, born November 30th of 1955, known professionally as Billy Idol. He's an English singer, songwriter, musician, and actor. He was in one of my favorite movies, by the way, The Wedding Singer. Nobody messes with Billy Idol. You got to watch that. You've got to watch that. I strongly recommend you all watching The Wedding Singer if you've not seen it yet. He first achieved fame in the 1970s, emerging from London punk rock. And he did sing one of his songs from his punk rock days because he was the lead singer of the band Generation X. He subsequently embarked on a solo career, which led to international recognition and made Idol a lead artist during the MTV-driven Second British Invasion in the U.S. The name Billy Idol was inspired by a school teacher's description of him as idle. Idol began his music career in late 1976 as a guitarist in the punk rock band Chelsea. However, he soon left the group. With his former bandmate Tony James, Idol formed the band Generation X. With Idol as lead singer, the band achieved success in the United Kingdom and released count them, three studio albums on Chrysalis Records. Then disbanded in 1981, Idol had then moved to New York City to pursue his solo career in collaboration with guitarist Steve Stevens. So Steve Stevens and Billy Idol have been together for quite a while. His debut studio album, Billy Idol, in 1982 was a commercial success, with music videos for singles Dancing with Myself. And yes, I did dance with myself at the concert, and I was singing my little heart out to that song. And White Wedding. Idol soon became a staple of then newly established MTV. Idol's second studio album, Rebel Yell, 1983, was a major commercial success, featuring his hit singles Rebel Yell and Eyes Without a Face. The album was certified double platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America for a shipment of 2 million copies in the U.S. in 1986. He released Whiplash Smile, having accumulated 3 UK top 10 singles, Rebel Yell, White Wedding, and Money Money. Idol released a 1988 greatest hits album titled Idol Songs 11 of the Best. The album went platinum in the United Kingdom. Idol then released Charm Life 1990 and the concept album Cyberpunk in 1993. Idol spent the second half of the 90s focusing on his personal life out of the public eye. He made a musical comeback with the release of Devil's Playground in 2005 and again with Kings and Queens of the Underground in 2014. So, yeah, that's incredible. His early life, Idol was born William Michael Albert Broad on November 30th, 1955 in Stanmore, Middlesex, England. His parents were devout Anglicans and attended church regularly. Idol is half Irish. His mother was born in Cork and is an O'Sullivan. In 1958, when he was 2 years old, he moved with his parents to the U.S. and settled in Pachoco, New York. I probably butchered that, and I'm really sorry. We all know I'm infamous for butchering words. I'm very sorry. They also lived in Rockville Center, New York. His younger sister, Jane, was born during this time. The family returned to England 4 years later and settled in Dorking, Surrey. In 1971, the family moved to Bromley in southeastern London, where Idol attended Ravensbourne School for Boys. His family later moved to Worthing, suburb of Goyne-by-Sea in West Sussex, where he attended Worthing High School for Boys, and in October 1975, he began attending the University of Sussex to pursue an English degree, but left after a year in 1976. He then joined the Bromley contingent of Sex Pistols fans, a loosely organized gang that traveled to see the band wherever they played. So yeah, there's that about Billy Idol. Isn't that incredible? Like, he's had an incredible career and he's still going. He's still going strong. I mean, he's just amazing. He is absolutely amazing. And of course, we can't talk about Billy Idol without talking about one of my favorite guitarists, Steve Stevens. Steve Stevens is incredible. So again, Wikipedia, we love you, Wikipedia. Not sponsored by Wikipedia, but I just love Wikipedia. Um, Steve Stevens was born Stephen Bruce Schneider, and he was born May 5th, 1959. So he just celebrated his birthday on the 5th of May. I'm also a May baby. May 26th is my birthday. So happy belated birthday, Steve Stevens. If you ever watch this, that would be incredible if you watch this. So happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Steve Stevens. He's an American guitarist. He is best known as Billy Idol's guitarist and songwriting collaborator, and for his lead guitar work on the theme to Top Gun Anthem, for which he won a Grammy Award in 1987. Best Pop Instrumental Performance. Stevens has played for Michael Jackson, Rick Ocasek, I can't pronounce names. I'm sorry. I don't mean any disrespect. Robert Palmer, and many others. Stevens was in Vince Neil's band from 1992 to 1994, touring and recording on his album Exposed. Stevens was a founding member of the supergroup Bozio Levin Stevens, which released Blacklight Syndrome in 1997 and Situation Dangerous in 2000. He brought Spanish flamenco guitar stylings to the song Pistolero. I can't pronounce that. Pistolero. 1999 for the trance group Juno Reactor. During 2012 through 2016, Stevens appeared with Kings of Chaos, his Steve Stevens group, headlined the closing performance at the Musik Messe in Frankfurt, Germany. Oh my gosh, I am butchering these. I'm so sorry. In April 2016, he is also a television personality on the E! Show, Married to Rock, alongside his wife, Josie Stevens, who's absolutely gorgeous woman. So yeah, and then they go to list all of his studio albums, but the most important part that you need to gather from this is that Steve Stevens is an amazing guitarist, just absolutely incredible. I would have showed you all a video clip of him playing guitar because he did play the Spanish guitar at Billy Idol's concert. He did an incredible job. Like, it was this probably 3-minute long solo of him playing Spanish guitar, and I've got incredible video footage of like the fog coming in over him and over the crowd while he's playing Spanish guitar. It is incredible. So let's show you all some of the photos. And like I said, not all of these are great, but this will show you how close I actually was to Billy Idol. There's one. Billy Idol still himself. He's still spunky as ever. An incredible musician. God, I was just in awe. I was in awe the whole entire time. I was just beaming from ear to ear. I just absolutely enjoyed every second of this. Then you have this one. He was really enjoying himself on stage. Just incredible showman. Here is Steve Stevens. It's a little blurry, but you get the idea. I was pretty close. He had numerous guitars. Every single one of them absolutely gorgeous. And I loved his shirt. Like, it was black. I don't know what the material was, but it was black material and it had silver glittery stars all over the material. Here's another one of Billy Idol. Billy Idol had a few outfit changes, of course. And then Billy Idol and Steve Stevens. They have been together for a very, very long time. And then Steve Stevens was the other guitarist in the band. I'm very sorry I can't think of his name. I think it's Martin. something. I tried looking it up and I couldn't find this guitarist's name, but he's an incredible guitarist, very, very talented. And then here's the bassist for the band, incredibly talented. I was not able to get a picture of the drummer. The drummer is always way back on the stage, and it's really hard to get a picture. There's Billy Idol. Billy Idol actually had a thing on his pants to put his microphone in so that he didn't have to hold his microphone whenever he was telling stories and talking in between the songs. Here is another of Steve Stevens. You can see the shirt very clearly there. Like, you can see that it's black and has stars all over it. Incredible, incredible outfit. And then Billy Idol. Oh my gosh. And then here's proof that Billy Idol and Steve Stevens have been together for a very long time. I think that might be, I forget where that's at, but it is, I think it's at a casino somewheres. I got this from Wikimedia Commons. This is a copyright free, like free is public domain photo, so no worries there, public domain. So I can use it for this. So that's just proof that they've been together for an incredibly long time. But yeah, I mean, just, it was an incredible, incredible concert. I enjoyed every second of it. So here we go. Difference in bands, difference in the type of music. We did go to the Coca-Cola Roxy for the Trinity of Terror tour, part 3. And of course that was all heavy metal bands, and the crowd got extremely wild. So we kind of ran over there. We got pushed. We got hit in the head. We got crowd surfed over. You have to figure when you go to a metal concert or any concert like that, that's going to happen. And I said that in that episode. The Billy Idol concert, the Kelsey Carter concert, was different. It was completely different because it's a completely different style of music. Same venue, same security guards. The security guards at Coca-Cola Roxy, I can vouch for them and say that they are incredible. They do a really, really good job keeping you safe there. So, like, not sponsored by Coca-Cola Roxy, but just if any of you are watching, thank you for doing an incredible job in security. I really appreciate and respect you all. They do an incredible job in security there. So I didn't want to focus too much on recording video of Billy Idol because, for one, I wanted to respect him. I wanted to respect his wishes. I didn't want to have a video camera on him, even though it was a phone. I didn't want to have the phone on him the entire time. There were people beside me that kind of took it a little overboard and videotaped pretty long clips of Billy Idol, even though he asked for the audience to not do that. So I just want to respect him, and in respecting Billy Idol and his wishes, I didn't get very many clips of Kelsey Carter either. I was more there to enjoy the music and have a relaxing, fun night with my husband, because my husband absolutely loves Billy Idol. He has been a fan of Billy Idol's for a really, really, really long time, and it was just nice to see, my husband smiling and enjoying himself at an incredible concert of an incredible, talented musician and band. Like, it was so much fun. It was so relaxing there. The audience members were polite. They didn't push. They didn't, Obviously, they didn't crowd surf. I would have been shocked. I would have been completely shocked if they would have been crowd surfing or mosh pitting at a Billy Idol concert. But you never know. You never know. It was just relaxing. It was a fun night. I was dancing and I was singing and just having lots of fun. My husband had a lot of fun. Um, so here's the incredible things that happened. Um, I was almost at the front, and Billy Idol reached out trying to shake hands with the lady that was next to me, and she was having a good time too. She was singing and dancing and having lots of fun, and she tried to reach out to him, and he kept getting tickled at me and her because we just were dancing like idiots and smiling from ear to ear, just having a good time at Billy Idol's concert. And he just kept looking at us and smiling and getting tickled at us, and it was just an incredible experience. Kelsey Carter did an incredible job. I just can't say that word enough. It was incredible. It was an amazing experience. It's a night that I'm sure my husband will never forget, and it's a night that I will never forget. Whole newfound respect for Billy Idol and his band. I've always respected Billy Idol. I've always liked Billy Idol. I've always thought of him as a talented musician. I've always thought of his band as being extremely talented. And I've been a fan of Billy Idol's for quite a while. But, you know, when you go and see them live and they're just as incredible live, if not even more incredible, you know, I love it. I love it so much. I can see the passion that Billy Idol has for his music. I can see the passion that he has for his fans. He enjoyed himself as much as I think his audience enjoyed themselves. Like, he's an incredible showman, and he really, really appreciates and respects his audience. He throws out lots and lots of memorabilia. He threw out quite a few drumsticks. I almost caught one of the drumsticks, but the teenage boy that was in front of me, I let him have it. My hand was actually on it, but I let him have it because I'm not going to take a drumstick from a teenage boy. It's not going to happen. So that will be, you know, something that he can remember, you know, for years to come. He got to go to a concert with his dad, and he caught the drumstick of Billy Idol's drummer. So that's awesome. Billy Idol also, you know, handed out set lists that he had autographed. His bandmates had autographed. I was hoping to get one of those. Didn't happen. That's okay. He also took the shirt off of his back, which he had signed, and it had him on it. It said Billy Idol right on it. He took the shirt off his back and threw it out in the audience. And I was really hoping that the lady in front of me in line, who was an incredible person, and I'll tell you why it pays to make friends with people in the line next time on the Kelsey Carter episode, because I don't want to give away any spoilers. So you'll just have to tune in next time and watch. Let's see what I did there. Anyhow, I know I say a lot. I really need to stop doing that. Anyhow, yeah, so he threw out a shirt, and the guy that was the only person left in the general admission line, I don't think he caught that, but I think he caught one of the drumsticks. So that's pretty awesome. I think the person in front of him caught the t-shirt, which was pretty awesome too. And then Billy Idol also handed out, like, they're like these stickers that says Billy Idol on it, and they were on plates. They used the plates to, I think, mark certain areas on the stage. But they had also autographed that, and they were throwing that out to the audience like frisbees, and I was hoping to catch one of those, but it's okay. I got quite a few photos and I got quite a few, I got a couple of video clips, but out of respect for Billy Idol and his band, I didn't want to show the video clips to you all. So, that's just not something I'm going to do. I might put the video clip, like short video clips, on my TikTok page. I might also put it on, like, Cosmos TikTok page, so you might be able to see a little bit of them there, but I'm not going to put it in this episode just out of respect for Billy Idol. So yeah, it was an incredible concert. I'm sure I've talked you guys' ears off enough, and I've probably said the word incredible 1,000 times in this episode. I just can't think of any better word to use because that's exactly what it was. It was absolutely amazing and incredible. So yeah, most definitely. If you ever get a chance to go see a Billy Idol concert, you ever get a chance to catch Steve Stevens, please do so. There's this other thing that Steve Stevens and Billy Idol did, and I loved it. He's got a ray gun, and he actually does sell the ray guns. Steve Stevens sells the ray guns in his store every now and again, autographed. And I'm hoping to get one of those one of these days because what he does with it is he plays the guitar. He puts it against the guitar as he's playing, or Billy Idol will put it against Steve Stevens' guitar as he's playing, and it makes these incredible, crazy sounds. And it's just, they have a lot of fun. They have a lot of fun in their concerts, and they have a lot of fun entertaining their audience, and you can really tell that they are like a family. They have a lot of fun. They enjoy seeing their audience members enjoying themselves, and it was awesome. The White Wedding. So let me tell you what they all did with this song. They saved it for last, which I figured. And he asked Steve Stevens, he's like, so, what song should we play next? And the audience is yelling, White Wedding, White Wedding. And I'm yelling, White Wedding. And I told my husband, I said, I would be very sad and disappointed if he doesn't play my song White Wedding because that is my favorite. And boy, did they. They played White Wedding last. And oh my gosh, it was just so incredible to get to see that performed live. It was incredible to get to sing along with it. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. It was a wonderful experience. And then he sung, Dancing with Yourself and Rebel Yell, and I had so much fun. It was so much fun. It was very relaxing. It was nice to be able to dance like an idiot, like I do, and smile from ear to ear, singing along with Billy Idol's music. I just had so much fun, and it's something that I will not forget for years to come. It's a memory that I can hold in my heart, and it's a memory that, just make me smile every time I think about it. I'm glad that my husband got to enjoy himself. I'm glad that he had a good time at the concert. And Billy Idol really does go above and beyond for his audience. Steve Stevens goes above and beyond. They are incredible showmen. That whole band is incredible. And they really, really care about their audience. They really care about the music. If you've not checked out any of Billy Idol's music or Steve Stevens' music, please do so after this episode. Go listen to some Billy Idol. Go listen to some Steve Stevens. You won't regret it. And go watch The Wedding Singer. It's got Billy Idol in it. All right. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. I will show you the pictures again real quick. Yes. See, you can tell he's really, really passionate about his music. And you got Steve Stevens, incredible musician. They've been together for a long time. Billy Idol, basses. I love it. I love it so much. It's so much fun. You know, for Billy Idol being the age that he is, we're not going to give away his age. You can do the math and figure it out for yourself. But for him being his age, he still looks incredible, and he's still in incredible shape. Like, you know, he zooms around that stage like nobody's business. But yeah. All right. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned next time for the Kelsey Carter episode of the Dark Glitter Sessions. If there is anybody that you would like me to do a review of, talk about the history of, a band that you want me to research and want me to talk about, please put it in the comments. I do have to mention that tomorrow is my show, sensitive topic show that I do called The Warrior Within. It's on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern on Cosmos Creative Television, Facebook, and YouTube. It will also be on my YouTube channel, Star Raven Studios. So please check that out. It's going to be the Mother's Day special. And I'm going to be dedicating it to my godmother, my Aunt Ronnie, who had passed away recently. So that's going to be a very extremely emotional episode, but it's an important episode. Until next time, catch you all on the flip side. Go listen to some Billy Idol. Do it. And watch The Wedding Singer. Catch you all on the flip.